Okay, this is a test video of full self-driving. I've just been out to Staples to pick up some office equipment, and I'm going to be heading back to Waterford, so I thought I'd just run a test on video, see how it reproduces. I'm currently parked outside the store. I'm just going to reverse and then set it up to go home. Full self-driving doesn't reverse at this point in time, although they are working on it, I believe. So I'm in drive now. You see the screen here. Here's the map. These are all the cars around me in the car park or parking lot. And once I get a little steering wheel up here, it'll allow me to turn on the full self-driving. So we're just going to click on home, and that shows you the route. And we'll just start to drive forward. There's the steering wheel now, and there it is on full self-driving. Doesn't do particularly well in parking lots, but it gets there eventually. So now we're approaching
turn right onto Riverside Road.
A stop sign here on the right. And it's stopped. It has to come to a complete stop as per the law. It's now looking to the left and right.
Now turn left onto Norfolk Street North.
And it's now signaling to go to the left. This is an unprotected left, which means there's no traffic signals. And it's holding as it should. You may be able to see a little line across the path there. That shows where the car will creep to see better, just like a human would do. There's other vehicles coming from the left. I have a car behind me. I think we can go now. And there we go. The car drives itself. Now you'll see me occasionally tug the wheel like that when there's a blue flash there. That's to let the car know I'm still here and I'm paying attention. If I didn't do that, it would start to get angrier and angrier at me, and eventually it would close the whole thing down and stop the car. That's an obvious safety feature. Current speed limit is 50 kilometers per hour. I have it set just a little bit above that because a lot of people drive faster than the speed limit, and I don't want to annoy other drivers by being too slow. So we're currently in the left lane, which would be the right lane in the UK. Yeah, probably I would drive over on the right hand side, but I know that the road narrows further down, and I'm sure the full self-driving computer knows that, so it's staying where it is. There's no cars behind, nobody needs to overtake, so I'm not in anybody's way. So we're still doing, there we go, the speed limit changed to 60, so we're accelerating to 67 is what I have it set at. It's 10% over. It braked then because it saw that van pulling out of the driveway. Wasn't sure if it was going to come across in front of me, so it applied the brakes just to make sure that that wasn't going to happen. The software and programming is set up very much on the cautious, safe side, which is great. You want that. But I haven't touched the pedals, I haven't touched the brake, the accelerator, and I only occasionally am touching the steering wheel when I get this little nag. The speed limit just changed to 80, so we're accelerating up to 88, 89, somewhere in there. And I'm nicely following behind the car in front, safe distance, probably 5 or 6 car lengths behind. Car just pulled across the traffic from the right. We all slowed down a little bit for him. All of the self-driving is achieved through cameras. There's no radar, There's no LiDAR. There are 3 cameras up here behind the rear view mirror. There's one on either side of the front fender, and there's one either side on the door pillars on the right and left. And of course there's one on the rear bumper which checks the blind spot behind. The car can see through all 8 cameras at the same time. I only have 2 cameras, 2 eyes and 1 brain, which is engaged most of the time. The car's brain is engaged all of the time, and all 8 cameras are working all of the time, so it sees way more than I do. We're going to be turning right here. Sorry, we're not. We're going a different route. That's right. So we're going to be carrying on now. This is the main north-south road from Simcoe, which we just left, up to Brantford, Ontario. Just to give you a little bit of a geographic location. We're in southwest Ontario, just north of Lake Erie. And yes, we do have cows. There were some there on the right hand side. Okay, I'm paying attention, but I'm looking around and quite relaxed. The car's driving probably better than I do. It's a beautiful day. Although it can do this in the rain, it can do this in the snow. The current iteration of the software, it's way ahead of where it was even 3 months ago. It's improving more quickly every time. See the blue flash there? That was telling me to get hold of the steering wheel just for a little bit. Essentially, I just tug on it just to let the car know I'm still sitting here and I'm still awake. The camera here inside the car is watching my eyes, so it knows if I'm paying attention or not. It also counts how many times I blink in a minute.
In 2 kilometers, bear right towards Thompson Road West.
If I'm blinking a lot, or if my eyes are closed for longer than it thinks they should be, it will warn me, make a loud beeping noise and wake me up if I'm falling asleep. It's all about safety. But let me reiterate, since we left the parking lot at Staples, the office company, I'm braking now for this car in front, I have not touched any of the pedals, or the turn signals, indicators, or the steering wheel, other than to let it know I'm here. That's a little bit of an unfair test. This road's dead straight, as you can see, miles ahead. But we will be turning right shortly. There are some cars behind us, we're quite a ways away. Not sure how far the phone camera can see ahead, but there's a car just pulled out from the right, and that's the road that we're going to be turning in, which is on here. The blue track line here is the predictive line. It tells you, or tells me, what the computer is thinking. So if it's going to turn right, it will start to go off to the right. We're going to turn right here. And you see it turning to the right, and there we go to the right with the turn signal. That's this piece. Maybe a little faster than I would do it, but very confident, smooth. We're turning the corner now, and now we're joining the actual road. There it goes. And now we're on the road into Waterford. You can see the destination, which is where I live. Just slowed down there because there was a guy on a lawn tractor, and they do occasionally cross the road with these things around here, so. But again, perfectly relaxed, no problems. The car's taking care of everything, and I'm just keeping an eye on it, monitoring what it's doing. This isn't available in the UK yet, unfortunately, although there are test cars out there now. I expect that any Tesla owners who bought the full self-driving package when they got their cars, even 3 or 4 years ago, that they will get that probably early next year, or be able to access it early next year. Fishing competition on the left-hand side. Again, we're just driving along. We're just a little bit over the speed limit, which is fine.
In 2 kilometers, turn right onto Yin Street.
It's a beautiful day for a robot to take me for a drive, which is what this car is. It's a robot. It's fully electric. Goes 515 kilometers before it needs to be recharged. Very rare that I have to charge it to 100%. I can charge it for most drives at a supercharger in 15 minutes. Usually take it up to about 80%. At home, it just charges while I'm asleep like my phone does. And when I wake up in the morning, I don't have to think about going to a gas station or anything like that. I just drive to where I want to go. Or I let the car drive me to where I want to go, which is what we're doing now. Okay, we're slowing down for a 60 speed limit, which we're in now, and there's a 50 speed limit coming up. And we're slowing down for that now. There we go. Down, it says 56. We're coming up to some traffic lights. These are in the centre of the busy metropolis of downtown Waterford. Tim Hortons coffee shop on the right, for those of you that like Tim Hortons. And there's a big line up through the drive-through. Okay, we've got a green light here. Cars left and right, and we're going straight across. So we didn't have to stop there, which is a shame. And we're now coming up to the road, which is where I live.
Now
So
turn right onto Yin Street.
turn signals on. The car will turn, look, no hands. Now driving down the street that I live on. The parked cars on the right, it's
In 200
passing those,
meters,
no
your
problem.
destination will be on the left.
It's going to turn around this left-hand corner. Now it will not drive into my driveway, however it will stop at the correct address. So if this was being used as a robo-taxi, it would drop me off where I want it to be. So my house
Now
is
your
coming up on the left,
destination is on the left.
and the car will stop right here. And there we are, done. So we'll take the autopilot off, I'll put it back into drive, I'll pull into my driveway. One day we'll be able to do this and open the garage door as well. Now